Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Smiley. I wanted to share a story with you, and we've been doing a lot of talking about what's the difference between a nonfiction story and a fiction story, which we call phony baloney fun fiction, right? And we know a nonfiction story is a real story about real things. This is a story that is nonfiction. It's about the wind and lots of other types of weather. So I thought you'd enjoy it because we've been talking a lot about weather in class this week. And it says, a first look at the gusty wind. And what's he holding right here in the picture? A kite. Have you ever flown a kite before? It's a lot of fun. Okay, now you're going to see a lot of wind things in this story. So who loves the wind? And I think you get a good clue in this picture right here. The birds. Sometimes you can see them even just hanging up there, playing in the wind, gliding. And this is written by Lauren Taylor. One thing I really like about this book is this page. Do you guys remember what this page is called? It's called A Table of Contents, and they just have contents. And it tells you page numbers. And you can find stories or answers to your questions on the different pages. It says, what is wind? Well, if you want to know that, you go to this page. What page is that? 4. Down here it says hurricanes and tornadoes. If you want to learn about hurricanes and tornadoes, you go to this page. What page is that? 12. Down here it says windy weather fun. If you want to know what to do when it's windy for fun, you can go to this page. What page is that? 22. So a table of contents really makes it easy to use your book. Okay, so we're going to start with the first question. And it says, what is wind? All right, here's this cute little girl. You can see the wind blowing her hair. Wind is the air that moves. You cannot see wind, but you can feel the wind on your skin. You can hear it blowing the leaves on the trees. How do we use wind? Well, wind helps some boats move. The wind blows on the sails and this pushes the boat along. Can you see the sailboat, how its sails are all full with wind, so it's blowing along? Sometimes we use wind to make power for homes. Look at these windmills. The wind is blowing them around and it's making power for us to use our lights and our stove and a refrigerator at home. Feel the breeze. A light wind is called a breeze. A breeze can keep you cool on a warm day. She's enjoying the breeze. A gale. Now it sounds like a lady's name, but it also describes a type of wind. So listen. A very strong wind is called a gale. Now can you see how strong that wind is? The whole tree is blowing to that side. Gales can snap tree branches. They can even blow down old trees. Look at that tree. A whole big part of it broke off, didn't it? Hurricanes and tornadoes. We call the strongest wind a hurricane or tornado. A hurricane is strong enough to blow down a house. Look at that picture. Wow, a hurricane can do that. A tornado is a swirling wind that hangs down from a storm cloud. Okay, so here's the storm cloud. Look how dark that is. And then here is the tornado. See the funnel cloud coming down? Scary, isn't it? Wind and plants. Some plants use wind to scatter their seeds. Now, we've all seen these in our yards, right? If you blow on this, what happens? All those little seeds blow, don't they? The wind blows on the plant. It carries the seed, and they land on new soil where they can grow. Making waves. Can you see the big waves in that picture? I wouldn't want to be in that boat, would you? The wind makes waves in the sea. Waves bob the boats up and down. Look at that wave. Wow. Gales can make very big waves. So a really strong wind can make a really big wave. On the wing. Animals also use the wind. Birds use the wind to help them fly. Some birds can glide on the wind. They go without flapping their wings for a long time. So they just hang out and fly and float. It looks so pretty when they do that on the wind. Do you know what kind of bird that is? That is the bird that stands for our nation. That's our nation's bird. It's the bald eagle. Very beautiful bird. What to wear? Strong winds can blow your hair around. You can wear a hat to keep it in place. In the winter, the wind can be very cold. Dress warm when you go outside. Windy weather fun. You can go to the top of a hill and fly a kite in the wind. The wind is stronger up high. This helps your kite to lift into the air. What pretty kites. Look at those. And there was a kite on the cover too, wasn't there? Okay, now this is another part of this book that I really like. It's a nonfiction book. It gave us a lot of real facts and information. This is called the glossary, and you're probably going to see some of these in your books you read next year at school. And it just tells you different words that were important that were in the book. And if you don't know what it means, it gives you the definition. It tells you what it means. So for breeze, it says a light wind. Oh, here's one down here, a seed. It says the part of a flowering plant from which a new plant can grow. So it tells you what all these words are. Some of them might be new to you. So that is a great one to have. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the story Wind. I enjoyed reading it with you. Draw me a picture of something that you learned from the story. You could draw the kites, you could draw the birds, the sailboats, whatever part you like the best. The tornadoes and hurricanes. So you pick the part that you like the best and draw me a picture. And can you write and tell me a few things that you learned from this book about wind? Because I sure learned a lot. Have a good day. Good job, guys. Thanks for being such great listeners.